It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show live on WBON TV and on radio at WEKY, WKXO, and WIRV. Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Wearhouse and join us here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair and Nuevo Vallarta. And now let's go live to your host, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins here with you amidst a Facebook pandemic. Samantha, can you believe it?
It is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no Facebook
It's not
tonight.
worked at all today, that or Instagram.
Have you been all right? You've been all right not being able to scroll
It's about
through?
kill me.
I know everybody.
No, actually, it's been great. I've kind of liked it.
You know, for us, that's why we get a lot of our viewers is on Facebook. But tonight we are on Roku. We're up on the YouTube channel as well.
But it's working. I mean, we're on there.
We're on the air.
On Facebook.
We got a big show tonight, too. We've got a lot of cool guests coming over. The Caudill Spartans 8th grade championship team won their...
It's like reminiscent of several years ago with Hensley and Harge and
Exactly. They won last year, too. Didn't have them on the show, but Coach A.J. Chandler and his team been a great team this year. We'll have them join us in the second segment. Then coming up in the third segment, Madison Central Boys Golf team will be coming on then. And then we'll wrap up the show with EKU Womens Golf, who had their top player break another score record and got awarded with the ASUN Conference Player of the Week again.
And you
so
know
all
what?
that's coming up right
this
now.
week, they've been awarded all kinds
of
awards this week, I should say.
Well, let's start with Madison Central. That game was on Friday night. It was our first ever game on the TV channel, so it was pretty cool to be a part of that.
You may want to explain that because some people may not know about Channel 9.
Well, Channel 9 is Richmond's first ever TV station. We are here on Spectrum Cable, on the cable systems up in Estill County, Powell County, and over in PRTC, which covers Jackson, Clay, Owsley, and counties like that. All over the place you can watch us, and you also have us on the over-the-air cable channel, or the over-the-air channel, which is channel 9.1 on the over-the-air cable or antenna system.
Right.
A lot of folks have gone back to that old-fashioned, kind of
so
TV.
you can get it, just have an antenna, but if you're on Spectrum, you can get it on channel 712.
Yeah. So that's where we were at Friday night, and where we're going to try to be every Friday night for the rest of the year. But we were there Friday night for Madison Central. Was homecoming. Indians got off to such a hot start. Got that 14-0 lead, and then it was, I think, in the second quarter when Kenyatta Harge went down with that injury. Now, I haven't seen an update, obviously, with Facebook not being up. It's hard to get an update on the Indians.
Twitter's working, but I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, and the fear is a torn ACL. Now, I don't want to.
I don't want to say it.
Yes.
It's like bad mojo.
I don't even want to think about it because of how important Kenyatta Harge is and how good he is.
But they put him on those crutches quickly.
Yeah.
They got him off the field and then really, they were like, no, we're going to take you out.
So we're hoping that Kenyatta's okay. We'll keep you all updated when we find out something. But the Indians still able to pull out a big win, a gritty win, too, because there were so many plays they had to make to pull off that 2-point win over the top-ranked team in Class 1A, the Pikeville Panthers.
That team was not going away.
No.
They really, they kind of, I hate to say it, but they kind of dominated the second half.
Yeah.
They really held the ball. It was like our defense was on the field most of the second half.
Yeah, and
much different from the first half.
And the defense for Central made so many big plays after big play.
Yes.
You look at the, so Hagan Harrison, who didn't have a great game. He threw the 2 interceptions.
No, when you look at his stats, the numbers weren't
he
great.
made some big plays with his feet, especially, and he made that one beautiful pass to Jaden West downfield. But that second interception would set up Pikeville a chance to take the lead. They move the ball down the field, and then Brady Hensley gets the fumble recovery inside the 5-yard line to give Central the ball back. That was really the play of the game. Now, we thought so because later on, Jeffrey Kinley might have made the actual play of the game when he blocked the game-winning field goal with about 25 seconds
people talking about different things. What happened? I mean, they were saying that the kicker slipped.
Yeah.
They were, because if you look at our videos and you just go back, because I was shooting it, when I got home, I just kept reviewing it, and I mean, it was like we blitzed him on both sides. So it's like, who got to him first? Did we cause the slip? Did he slip on his own? I don't know. I'm going to say we caused it.
Yeah, I think Kinley got a piece of it there, which was why we gave him our player of the game for the game as well. It was a big deal because, again, the numbers weren't great. Hensley had a couple of rushing touchdowns. Had Harge had the one rushing touchdown as well.
But Kinley had what, like 10 tackles, something. He
had a really good game. He did. He
all
made a
night
couple
long
of
you
tackles
just kept
for
hearing
loss.
his name.
Yeah, he made a couple of deflections defensively. Right. He was in the backfield a ton, especially on that final play, which secured the victory for Madison Central.
You couldn't have won the game without him in there.
Who have now won 5 straight games, including that the forfeit win over Southern because of the COVID cancellation.
Yeah.
But the 4 games that they've won that they've actually played, pretty impressive victories. But now the challenge gets even more difficult. You go on the road at probably the preseason district favorite in Oldham County, a long drive, about an hour and 45-minute drive up to Oldham County to play them.
They're undefeated.
And they're a really good team.
They're 6-0, but I will tell you this. I looked some stuff up today. I will tell you this. They are a good team. They've beat Simon Kenton. They beat Shelby County. They've beat Meade County. All three of those teams haven't had the best season.
Okay.
So you can count those wins, or you can kind of let those slide.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like us with Lafayette and South Laurel.
Yeah.
A win is a win, but, the competition really not there. So I think this will be another good, tough test. Now, who feels in that Kenyatta hard role? Also, Darius Walker was injured in that ball game. We'll see what happens on Friday night when the Indians travel up to go take on Oldham County.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. We won't be there.
We'll be there on the radio. We will be there on the radio
but not
broadcast.
On WBON.
92.5, and it should be a really good game. I think that Central can go down there and pull off a win, but they've got to fix a few things first. You got to keep it a clean game, which penalty-wise, Friday night was really good between both teams. There weren't a ton of penalties, but the turnovers are something that you have to correct, and I think Coach Holcomb will really focus on that this week. And listen, Hagan Harrison he's just made I think his third or fourth start Friday night at the quarterback position.
Third.
So for that, he threw the 2 interceptions, but this kid is still trying to figure out that position. So I think he'll be fine. We'll see how they kind of correct the things that they did wrong on Friday. But I think Central is a team that's moving in the right direction, obviously, with a 5-1 record.
Exactly. You know what I want to tell everybody watching us right now? If you haven't watched Central play all season, go back.
Yeah.
And just for fun, go watch the game from Friday night. Even if you don't have a lot of time, watch the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes. It took a while, but it was a fun last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Madison Southern went on the road and got a big win after a couple of straight losses to Pulaski County and Collins. The Eagles go on the road to pick up a big district win over East Jessamine, 28-7. No surprise that the Eagles won this game. I didn't get a chance to talk to Coach Clark or Coach Holcomb today because of just the number of stuff that we were doing at the station today. But I would think that both of those two coaches are happy with the way their teams are playing. Now, for Coach Clark, there's still some things they want to try to figure out. They want to get everybody healthy first and foremost and out there on the field.
Out of quarantine.
Yes, and they want to get them to kind of the cohesiveness of the two teams. So
because if you don't have that, your players aren't always there every week at practice.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that, you're still trying to figure out how to get the running game going. But now he did do that this past Friday night, so I know he has to be thrilled. I was hoping we were going to get that interview because he's got to be extremely excited. They did it the second half of the game before against Collins.
Yeah.
Even though there was the loss, he's seeing improvements every week. He told us.
And Stephen Whitehead, Coach Clark is a guy that he believed in Stephen Whitehead coming into this year, and he said that to us last week in the interview. We knew Stephen Whitehead could do this. It was just a matter of finding the right guys that could be up front and getting the right guys up front that could block for him. And Whitehead, 20 carries, 110 yards, 3 touchdowns, played a really good game. Cole Carpenter, very efficient, 10 of 13 through the air, 97 passing yards, got 6 catches for Walter Smith for 38 yards. Jaysean Etheridge, a couple of catches for 45. And I think Southern, again, they're trying to string together some wins, get some momentum going into later on this year.
And speaking of Whitehead, he had 3 touchdowns, like you mentioned. He also had 3 touchdowns the week before.
Yeah.
So he's on a roll. Look, we got to keep him healthy.
Yeah, keep him healthy and just get everybody else healthy, too. I think Southern is showing the explosiveness that we thought they would have. They just got to keep churning, keep moving along, and get these guys out there ready to play.
I believe Rocky had a touchdown, too. Did he have a touchdown this past week?
28-10, yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
So let's look at the so Berea, real quickly. Berea,
they were
no
off.
game this past week. They'll take on a really good team in
very good team.
Kentucky Country Day coming up this week. At home, a big game, big district game. This is where I think that the toughest challenge of the season is for Berea right now. They've got to kind of move the chains, move the sticks against this KCD team if they want to really kind of solidify themselves as a threat in Class 1A. This is where they really got to figure out, okay, we can be a really good team. We can surprise some people. This is the measuring stick in their district, obviously.
Frank Parks is going to have them focused, ready, which he will, but they're going to have to make no mistakes.
They got to have a good game from Jaden Cunningham, but they've got to have a big game from their quarterback as well. And we'll see if the Pirates can pull that off. They'll be at home this Friday. EKU.
Hold on. KCD's what, 5-1?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be a true test.
And they're one of the top teams in that class too. So.
Yeah, and they win the district every year. So
yeah, it's been the KCD Invitational over the last few years.
Okay, now go EKU.
So EKU got a big win over Tarleton on Thursday. The Eagles or the Colonels picked up. The final score was 20-3. Not really a huge threat, and the Colonels didn't look great offensively, but they were able to move the ball when it mattered, and they put some trick plays in. Parker McKinney had a big catch. How fun was that to watch? It was fun. I was there for basically the entire first 3 quarters. And just being able to see the crowd. And listen, folks, I'm telling you right now, if you have not been to an EKU game this year, you still got 3 more chances. Another one this week when they
Saturday.
take on Abilene Christian.
Yeah.
So you come home, another chance to watch the Colonels. They're doing so many different promotions throughout the game to get the fans involved. You got the Coke Zone that they've got, the air guitar cam. Yeah, I mean, it's such a fun atmosphere. And they've had a ton of people there over the first 3 weeks of their home games. So
doesn't that make you happy?
It does.
It's the way it should be.
Yeah, and I've been saying it over the last couple of weeks, but Walt Wells is so entertaining. I mean, just seeing the way he works the officials and
I see
the
him
way
in the
he
car
gets the crowd involved. Yeah. Oh, do you really?
At Central, yeah. I saw him this morning dropping off.
But EKU, after that victory, had a trio of players earn ASUN weekly honors for a second consecutive week. This week, it was Elaine Hairston who earned Defensive Player of the Week. Kicker Patrick Nations was tabbed Special Teams Player of the Week again, and running back Dejon Hewitt, once again, was named Freshman of the Week.
This is 2 weeks in a row, right? But third time this season.
So those guys playing well, and they are doing, I think, what Coach Wells is asking of them.
Yeah.
Again, they're not explosive on offense, but they're making the plays that they need to make to win the game.
But to have a trio of 3 standout athletes in 1 week, I bet we haven't seen that in years, to have 3.
Listen, so
well-deserved.
Hairston notched EKU's 3rd interception return for a touchdown in as many weeks. The first 2 came in from Davion Ross and added 5 tackles from his linebacker position. EKU's defense surrendered just 237 yards of total offense to the Texans and held an opponent without a touchdown for the first time since their 37-6 win over Tennessee Tech back in mid-November in 2018. So the defense is really what has been playing so well. Those have been the explosive plays on defense. The offense right now, Parker McKinney making some pretty big plays, but he's also been more of that game manager. He can throw the ball down the field, but when they need him to kind of just sit back, find the open guy, don't risk it. Don't throw it downfield if it's not there. Just look, find your check down, move the ball, move the sticks, and let's get the defense back out.
Yeah, because when you look at his stats, they're not fantastic, but they really didn't have good field position most of the game. But they made the most of what they did, and like you said, the defense is what really kept the game, the W for them.
Colonels back at home this week to take on Abilene Christian, their first AQ7 conference game. It's the ASUN WAC Challenge. It'll be a game against Abilene Christian, who was picked below the Colonels. EKU was picked 5th in the preseason polls in the AQ7, and Abilene Christian was picked 6th below them. So it's a game I think EKU has got to come out, establish themselves, get a big win, and let's keep these crowds coming to Roy Kidd Stadium. Samantha, we've got the Caudill Spartans football team set to join us here in a few moments. They are coming off a conference title victory over the weekend, and a game we were supposed to be at, didn't get it worked out. But
we had to go to the
them.
EKU game.
Exactly. We'll talk to them whenever we come back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Tonight we're live at Campus Wearhouse, folks. Don't turn around or don't turn away. We'll be right back here at Campus Wearhouse.
I'm going to turn around.
Just think, he'll be driving for real soon. Every new Chevy Equinox comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, including automatic emergency braking. Find new protection. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Wearhouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Wearhouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Wearhouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit CampusWearhouseRichmond.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here at Campus Wearhouse on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, celebrating another conference championship for the Caudill Spartans, their 4th in a row. A.J. Chandler. Coach, got some pretty good players here. We got Davion DeBruce, we got Austin Tremblay, and Moose McElway. And so I'm going to start with Moose, okay? So I asked you before we came on the air where you got that nickname at. You said your parents gave it to you. So when did that start?
It started when I was when I just got born, because I would crawl out of my crib and stomp around the house like a moose.
Okay, so Moose's
He was
parents,
already tackling people.
that's what it
young
might have
age.
been. Okay, well, his parents
stomping
own
on people.
They own Madison HVAC, and I asked him why they didn't call him heating or cooling system, but when you need somebody to take care of the football, it's probably a good guy to have out there. Coach, let's talk about these guys and how important they were to another conference title for you.
Well, they've been great all season. They're 8th graders.
Turn that mic on for me. Is it? Now try it.
Here we go. All right, they're 8th graders. They've been leaders of our team. We have quite a few more that really step up for us, but these guys are really the ones that we rally around. Moose, for example, he's always your hard hitter, your dependable blocker. He doesn't get as many touchdowns as some of our other guys, this guy right here, but he does everything that we need him to do. Austin Tremblay right here. Great fullback, defensive end, shuts down, keeps the defense contained and everything. We do a really great job with our defense. We just won the championship 35-0, so
that's pretty good.
Defense wins championships,
and
these guys play both sides of the ball, and they really very structured. They work hard in practice and make results for us.
Well, we'll start with Davion then. So he's your touchdown scorer, you said. Davion, you've had Kenyatta Harge and Brady Hensley come through this system. You've had, I think Braden Thomas was the guy last year who was like the touchdown scorer. Now it's you. So what have you been told, and what have you learned about the guys that were ahead of you that made you be like, okay, now it's my turn to be that guy?
All I know is I'm just going for them.
There you go.
I'm going to beat their record. That's all I'm here for. I'm here for the team. I'm here for everybody else. And I'm trying to win state this year, too.
Well, also, when you got these two guys behind you, when you're the fullback blocking for them, it's got to make your job a little bit easier when you got two very special guys behind you.
Oh, definitely. They just blow by everybody. I do the easy work. They just go. So it's easy for me.
Well, so Moose, Coach talked about what your role is with the team. But what were you told coming into this year? Okay, this is what I need you to do to make this team successful.
Play really good defense and fill the hole, and I need to block every play and try my hardest.
There you go.
Well, Coach, this team is special. I mean, not just these three guys. What makes this team cohesive and so special? What makes them winners?
I think that they love each other. They all want to get out there and they push each other to work hard every day. And at the end of the day, it's not about the name on the back of the jersey. It's the name on the front. And they all work hard for that. And I think we've built a real big culture like that at Caudill. Our championship game, we had seniors, Edrin Sweat, Cooper Mullins. I mean, kids like that come out. Eli Steele, they're always coming out and supporting our games. And, they'll have a game the next night on Friday nights, and on Thursday nights they're out there at our games. And I think that stands a lot for our culture. what we've done at the school.
Well, this program has been so good over the last, several years. You look at what David Hensley did, winning the state titles, and now what you guys are doing, making those runs in the state tournament, winning the conference championships. What makes Caudill so special? Like, what makes this program stick out over some of the other programs here in the county?
I think that we just invest so much into it, and we know that the kids are going to work hard for us. The coaches work so hard. Our coaches are mostly volunteer coaches. They come out and they work hard with these kids every day, and I think every one of those kids know that they actually care about them, and they're willing to work hard to make them better young men.
So last weekend, right, is when this championship game was. So tell us how that went. What was the game plan? What happened? And where you go next?
I'll let you guys do that.
I ain't first. You're first, man.
So we had an offensive plan for the game. We always have our first play planned for.
Scripted?
Yeah, scripted, like a first play. And, well, after that, if that doesn't work, we'll call our huddle. And you go from there. And then on our defense, we'll run either 4-3, and our defensive ends switch to strong side.
Well, it's working for you, Coach. I mean,
yeah.
So she asked the question, what is next? So you're waiting on the brackets to come out for the state tournament. How do you guys qualify for the state tournament, and where do you go from here with that?
It's based on a point system. If we play higher enrollment schools, we get more points for that. Most of the schools that we play within our conference are Division II schools, so we'll get 20 points per win for those. So like Madison Middle, Ferristown's actually a Division I, Estel's a Division II, so we get points based on that. We played one Division I school this year, and that was East Jessamine. We beat them, so we got a full 30 points, and they base that based on the rankings, and that's how they seed us, and we'll know on Thursday exactly how our seeding is for the tournament.
Well, we know these guys are here with us. Talk about some of the other guys that aren't here tonight but played big roles on your team as well.
Okay, I think our first one would probably be Camden Burke, right?
Definitely.
Okay, Camden Burke's defensive line and offensive line, really big kid, works hard. He's played for me for the past 3 years. Really hard worker, very, very strong voice within the team. We also have Tanner Satterfield. He's our middle linebacker. Also our pulling guard on offense. Really hard hitter, comes out, really motivates the kids every day. We have a lot of good 7th graders too. Easton Morris, he's a first-year player. He's been a soccer kid.
Wow.
He's our kicker, one of our receivers, and our corner. Bryce Bentley, quarterback. I'm sure you all have seen him. He can spin that ball. So he's a really special kid. Cannon Cook, Peyton Broomball. We have a lot of really good kids that work hard and make our team good.
So here's the next question. Didn't Madison Middle win the 7th grade championship?
They did.
So there might be some competition there next year, right?
In our defense, we didn't have a lot of numbers this year. We had about 28 total kids on the team. So what we did was we absorbed our 7th grade team into our 8th grade team. So we only had one team this year.
Well, there you have it.
So no 7th grade team.
Well, we're still giving kudos and celebrations to Madison Middle.
Yeah.
Well, gotta give it to them.
So you talked about the bracket coming out on Thursday. So do you know kind of maybe where you could be heading or you could be hosting? Do you have an idea of who you'd be playing?
Last year we were Region 2, and that was Georgetown, Lexington Catholic. So I'm hoping we'll be in the same area so we don't have to travel as far. I'm honestly hoping we'll be hosting, and I might be hitting up Coach Holcomb to see if we can get that game at Central's Field.
Oh, that would be great if we could go again.
You know, we had in the past we had done those games, and that was the plan again this year. It just didn't get to be worked out because of the EKU game on Saturday and the time of it. But you know, you've got these guys seem like they got a good personality to them as well, and they're good kids, and that's what makes the program special too. And we've got so many talented kids here in Madison County, from the seniors all the way down to the elementary kids. We saw some really good elementary teams play over the last couple of years as well. What do you think makes Madison County so special? And you see all these kids coming up through the ranks into Madison Central and Southern as well.
I think we're such a hotbed for quality sports. I mean, we start them so young within the leagues, and we just kind of push them all the way up. And one thing I was actually bragging on Coach Holcomb about at Central, he's been to how many of our games this year, guys?
Almost all.
I mean, somebody like that to take the time to come out and support their feeder schools, I think that's what it takes. And these kids go out there and they see, hey, there's the head coach out there. They're going to work their butts off and, show what they have.
Want to impress him. And you talked about some of the other guys. So, Davion, have you talked to Brady Hensley or Kenyatta Har, Jenny? Have you got any advice from guys like that?
Oh, I always text them. I really do. I always send my videos to Anderson Mitchell.
Okay, yeah.
Like, they always give me advice, too. And, like, if I need anything, they can help me train and all that. They always offer me to. And really, that's all they do.
You guys talk to anybody that's on the Central team right now?
Not really.
Not really, but I've talked to Braden Thomas. He's a freshman. Yeah, I've kept in touch and like talk about football, talk about how he's doing at the high school, and he's doing really good.
Have you guys been to any Central games this year? The crowd, I bet, last year, obviously,
Especially
I feel like we missed out on the crowd last year, obviously, with COVID, but it feels different this year. I don't know, even looking back at years past, the way the crowds are this season, it seems like everybody was fired up, and the crowds have been really high as far as numbers go for these Madison Central games. Have you guys been in the crowd for any games this year?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what's it like being out there in the crowd and watching these games? What do you all do now? Are you watching and cheering on, or are you watching trying to learn what they're doing out there?
I watch the games and there's a really big student section that you can go in.
Yeah.
And I'll watch my positions, see what they do.
So who would be watching out there right now?
Good question.
I watch Kenyatta a lot. He's a hard runner, very fast.
Yeah, and hopefully back
he's
out there on
healthy.
Friday. Have you heard anything about Kenyatta?
Not definitively, no.
Yeah, I know we have an idea, but we're hoping our ideas right.
We're knocking on wood right here.
Yeah. Well, guys, we appreciate you coming over, and we're hoping that if you guys can get one of those home games for this conference tournament, we can make it work and air it live here on WBON. That's been a big part of our past as well, covering these middle school games. And, Coach, you look at what some of these former Caudill players are up doing. You talked about Edgar and Sweat and Cooper and Mullins coming down, and seeing what Kenyatta and Brady have done, and I think the Rhodes kids getting some playing time on the offensive line. It's got to make you feel good knowing that these guys played at your school and they're up playing and doing big things for Madison Central.
It does. Actually, when we were waiting out here, Rylan Rhodes and Malachi Wood just shot over there to B-Dubs, so they came up there and gave me a hug and talked for a minute. But it's always good to see kids that you've invested time in to continue doing what you taught them and to be successful with it and still love doing it.
And you know what's so special is even this past Friday night at Madison Central, they had during the the Tomahawk Walk out there, they had some Little League players out there walking in the Tomahawk Walk
the Madison
with
County
them.
Youth Football League,
Yes, and then they were there at the game, and you could hear the little kids screaming, Indians! I mean, they were chanting, they were spelling, they were doing the whole game, and I mean, they were stomping on this. And I mean, you guys have to remember those days being little and looking up to everybody, even now. Not so little anymore, but looking up to these players like Michael mentioned.
Well, guys, we appreciate you coming over. Keep up the hard work. Folks, listen, these are your future Madison Central Indians right here. Get out there and support them. We're going to try to find out if they can get a home state tournament game, and we'll be out there for that. If you can't make it out, you can watch it with us, hopefully. But get out there and show these kids their support, your support, and let's keep them keep their hopes and energy levels and everything else up. Yeah, exactly. So, Coach, appreciate y'all coming over. Tell the folks where they can go to maybe keep up with you all throughout the seasons and everything else.
We've been posting things on our Facebook page to try to keep people informed. I think this team can really make a nice push into the state tournament, so we'll be continuing, and I'll contact you all and let you all know if you don't care to keep the community updated on us. And
sounds good. That's the Caudill 8th grade championship team, conference championship winners over the weekend. Guys, congratulations, and appreciate you coming over. Good luck in the state tournament.
Thank you.
Now, one more commercial break, folks. When we come back, Madison Central Golf will join us after a Region 9 championship over this past week. We'll have them on when we come back here at Campus Wearhouse on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
It is Chevy Truck Month here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We've got this brand new, beautiful black Chevy Silverado. Now, everybody, why would you go and buy, instead of buying a beautiful Chevy? I mean, we've got several dealerships down the road here, but why would you go buy or one of those others when you could buy this? We have several new trucks to choose from. I've got this one. I've also got 2 or 3 over here. I mean, we've got plenty to choose from. Nobody else has new trucks right now, so why would you go buy a brand new when you could buy this beautiful Chevrolet?
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Wearhouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Wearhouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus, they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Wearhouse now carries a new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserich.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Champs are in the house here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. We got the Madison Central Boys golf team here with us, and we got the homecoming team, or the homecoming king as well, Samantha.
He almost called you queen.
No, I wouldn't do that to him. I mean, I was a little upset because I was going to try to put the. I never got to wear that crown, you know.
I didn't either. I was
going
to
ask him if I could put it on. I'm sure Coach probably got to.
Were you first runner-up too?
Huh?
Were you first runner-up? I was.
I wasn't very liked in high school.
I think we just got flowers.
It's like some of these people right here that don't like me. It's all right though. Listen, we got this team
Everybody
on here with
likes
us,
you.
And we've got a pretty good team, Coach. You guys coming off that Region 9 championship. Put this back up here for me. Let's turn it. Jenna's going to yell at you if she can't hear you.
That'd be all right.
But let's talk about the emotion from Tuesday and just what it felt like. Because, listen, I was there. The crowd was so into it. And it was a pretty special day over at Gibson Bay.
Yeah, it was. And I was talking to the guys today, and I think we're all still kind of settling in from it. I mean, emotional. We've used that word a lot this year in some of these tournaments. And Tuesday definitely takes the top of the pole there. I mean, I gave them off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we never practiced Sundays, but we went ahead and started getting back after it yesterday. So, again, still trying to find the words, man. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say other than just, I mean, unbelievable, clutch. I mean, there's terms you can use, but, I mean, I don't think I could sit here and really describe the whole day. But, yeah, it was special. I mean, that's all you can really say about it. Again, I know you're not a big golfer, but you got to see it. And
listen, I was nervous.
Exactly. And it's crazy the people we had out there that are golfers. And, I played golf my whole life, and I was more nervous watching that than I've ever played in any tournament. So I think that kind of shows what kind of day it was.
Yeah.
And that answers that. Like you said, you're not even a true golfer.
And the reason I'm not a true golfer is I'm not even good at it. It's hard to like something when you're not any good at it.
And so, like I said, there's just not a whole lot of words to say about it. Me and Coach Guild, LCA's coach, finally talked today, and me and him both, you know, obviously I'm on the better end of it, and he didn't have a whole lot of words to say either, other than, you know, and they played unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they didn't do nothing wrong. Like, they did not do anything wrong. And a lot of times you win like that, it is, especially in high school golf, is being down 4 like that, something happened on there. And like, we went out and earned it. And not just Clay. And we talked about it at dinner the other day. I think everybody kind of forgets the putt Warren hit in the first playoff hole that he had to make. Like, that gets overshadowed. Like, as big of a putt Clay was on 18, Warren's putt was just as big that no one talks about because of how crazy that final hole was. So we could sit here and talk about it all day and really just still not find the words for it, because I've coached and played a long time in basketball and golf, high school, college, and never been a part of nothing like it was Tuesday.
Coop, I want to talk to you. I know you didn't have the performance that you wanted to have in the tournament, but going into that playoff, what was Coach telling you to get your confidence up there and say, listen, we still need you, my man. We got to have you in this playoff run?
I mean, I knew, and Coach was telling me, I had to treat that playoff like it was a whole new tournament, a whole new day. I had to completely reset my mind. And it was pretty easy to do after watching what happened with Clay and everyone coming in on 18. I had a very rough day, as you stated, and being down on the course a little bit, being frustrated, watching the guys come in, watching that match get closer. It got my spirits right back where they needed to be, so I could approach that playoff with the same excitement and same intensity that I needed to.
Well, I know when we had you on the last time, you said that going into one of those holes that you and Coach shared a moment where he told you something. So going into 18, you've teed off, you get it in, you get it onto the green. So what does he tell you before you go up there to putt? What does he tell you?
I actually didn't talk to him before I went to the green. And I didn't talk to him a lot on the hole either, just because I think we were all just like in our zone, and I already knew what I had to do, so we didn't talk about it, and he kind of just let me do what I always do, and I think that's why it worked out the way it did.
For those people that don't know, remind them, you guys were one down going into the 18.
Yeah, so the LCA player I was playing with hit it in the bunker, in the fairway bunker, and it hits a beautiful shot, so probably 15 feet behind the pin.
and I remember, not to cut you off, but I was behind you when he hit that out of the bunker, and the shot was incredible.
Yeah.
And I remember what you said, but you was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that's."
You gotta, as a coach, you're sitting there. You need something to go your way.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we have to have something go our way. And again, Greg Gall from LCA. We all know the type of player he is, and it was again not a whole lot of words to use, but it was a clutch shot.
Yeah.
And he did what he needed to do.
Right.
And definitely tightened things up a little bit. And again, Clay, we'll let you feed on it what you did after the great shot that Gray hit.
So and then I was thinking oh my gosh, like how basically, and then so I was like, well, all right, I got to buckle down, and then I hit a pretty good wedge, and then that's the most nervous I think I've ever been over a putt, honestly, and then so I got that to go, and then I was like, I don't even remember it, to be honest. It was all blur. It was a blur. So, but.
It was pretty impressive. It was special, too. But just talk about the crowd that was there. That was a big thing, too, because you could tell that the crowd was emotional from 18 to hole 1 on the playoff, then back to hole 18. It was just everybody was there supporting you guys. It seemed like you all had 95% of the crowd that was there supporting you all. And I'll tell you another thing that really impressed me, too. I know you and Austin Newton have a pretty good relationship, and Clifton Scully's going to the state tournament as an individual. But the way that Southern was there supporting your guys, too.
And again, obviously, me and Coach Newt got a good relationship, and it was great to see him there. But there was quite a few other coaches there, and then our main thing is the people in the community, and that's what I talk to these guys about all the time. Is you never know who's watching, and as much as you guys put us out there when they win and follow us like that, like these guys do have to be careful how they handle themselves, and one little thing can affect the outcome of the whole season, So, but as far as the community, man. I think I posted today on Facebook
how'd you do that? Facebook's been down all day.
I got it out there before. It's finally, I think I said it today, the support the communities gave us all year, starting out at our fundraiser back in July. I've been coaching 6 years, and it was like double what we ever raised. And again, I think that was just because of the people knowing how special this group was. And then let's just take it on to Tuesday afternoon, and people are getting off work, and I don't check my phone other than the live scoring, so I'm not texting anybody or but Jenna's probably doing that part and other parents, but it was unbelievable. My aunts and uncles and cousins, and then just other people, alumni of Central that were out there, and then, obviously the phone blowing up afterwards of, sorry, I didn't get back out there, wanting to know. But again, you probably, I hope I'm wrong, but you probably won't even see that kind of crowd at the state tournament come, and that just kind of shows what Richmond was there to do, and it definitely helped not only myself but these guys. They feed off of that, and just like in your packed gym or packed stadium, you feed off the crowd, and these guys do the same. To be out there on, I think the first playoff hole, we had 3 guys within 10 feet of each other in that second group, and we were all looking like we played golf our whole life, never seen anything like that.
It was impressive. It was cool.
So yeah, and they were like, Coach, you gotta get a picture of that, you know. So luckily we have some good pictures, and like just to talk about the day, I'm pumped that you were there because again, there's not a whole lot of words to describe what happened, but it's good to go back and relive it and watch it. And here we are today, Monday, 6 days after, and I was at work this morning watching your video and speeding up to Clay's wedge all the way in. It was awesome.
Well, let's talk about you guys. So we'll talk about that support that you guys got and how much it meant to you to see everybody out there and what it felt like when the whole 18 on the playoff was over with and you all were crowned region champions. Coop, go ahead. We'll start with you, Coop. Go ahead.
I mean, it was beyond exciting for me. I mean, golf's never really been a fan sport.
Yeah.
It's never been associated with crowds or getting hype, to speak. I mean, it's always just been more calm. And to see that many people, I mean, I had friends from school. I had high schoolers that were out there following me around all day, cheering for us, watching. I mean, to see kids my age getting excited about golf was just something I'd never seen before. And it just felt like it meant more with all those people around watching us, knowing they were pulling for us.
Yeah, and I think that I really realized in the playoff when we were all sitting there and there's just a row of carts like behind the green, and that was just like really when it set in, I was like, wow, all these people are out here pulling for us. And I think it helps you play better too, because I mean, like you're playing for Richmond at that point. So, but it was fun, yeah.
Well, you mentioned having students there and lots of fans, but I know I saw both your moms there that day. Stacy even told me, because knowing it's your senior year, she said to me, she goes, I may start crying. Like she was so excited. And I know both your moms, they have to be, and dads too, obviously, but they have to be ecstatic. How did you celebrate when you got home?
Well, we all went out to dinner, and then I don't know. I mean, it's really just crazy.
Kind of a blur, right? You talked about
that.
Yeah,
it really is. And I mean, like I said, we went to dinner, and I mean, as a coach, I've been to the state tournament with team and individuals. We've always kind of got back after it the next day, but we needed time to
soak it in,
absorb.
I mean, seriously, we needed to settle in and realize like that day was special. But I mean, I think I called Clay, which I talked to Jason like 24/7. I called Tommy, Clay's dad, the next day. Like, I mean, I know what I was thinking. You as a dad, like, what were you thinking over that putt? He's like, I said a quick prayer and just knew he was going to make it. And I think even the team standing up there, like, we all knew Clay was going to make it. I mean, we had that kind of confidence in him. But I don't know. It's at the end of the day, you know, Tuesday was great. And, again, I think with all the dramatic finishes kind of made it like, okay, we got to settle down.
Yeah.
But the first of the year, I mean, a lot of teams you set goals to win region, and obviously you have to win region to get where we want. But like we talked today at practice, like we got bigger goals than just Tuesday, and that's why I told them we just kind of got to settle in and stay humble and continue to work hard every day. And we got bigger plans this week.
Well, let's talk about those plans. So when do you guys tee off?
Y'all know.
So he hits the first tee shot of the tournament 7 a.m. Friday.
Okay.
So.
And it's in Bowling Green. So talk about that course and how difficult that course might be.
Well, we've actually gotten to play it a few times in invitationals this year. So, and I think we've played it pretty well. We've gotten 2 invitational wins there, so we're feeling pretty good going into it.
Yeah, Bowling Green's a different course than anything we play up here. Totally different than Gibson Bay. It's kind of got the same fairways as the Country Club, and then tight like Arlington, but more out of bounds. So it's a different test for us. But like I said, we've been down there twice this year, and we've got 2 wins, and the guys have played great. And again, we know what we got to do, but the course sets up well for this team. I'll say that.
Well, can the link? I know the link was being sent around for the region tournament. How will that be? Is there a link coming around for the state tournament as well?
Yeah.
So if you guys get that to us, we'll post it up on WBON TV, folks. We got to continue supporting these guys because, I mean, it's incredible because we know about the football players and the basketball players. You know, the golfers, the soccer players may not get as much exposure, but we've got so much talent in Madison County. It's insane
and
how good
Coach
some of these
Orr
kids
was
are.
There too.
The girls tee off later this week too.
Yep.
So congratulations to both. How special is it to have both of you all?
Right.
Yeah. It's a first in a while. For sure for Central.
Yeah.
And then that's why we're kind of heading down Wednesday, and these boys, get them out of school and get them on down into the atmosphere. Because, I mean, it's a state tournament. It's a different adjustment. So, yeah, we're going to go down and support the girls Wednesday morning, walk around, watch them. Hopefully, you know, they've got as good a chance as anybody down there. And here we are talking about the boys, but the girls, I mean, if I'm telling you, anybody can get down there Wednesday afternoon to watch them, they're going to be right there in the running. And so, yeah, it's special. You know, you got Coop's sister, and then you got Claire Beth, who's Clay's girlfriend, and so we all kind of have a.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So
Listen,
That's exciting.
can you imagine that, like them trying to play against each other, though? I mean, Lord have mercy.
So it definitely, you know, we're all close, and we're, you know, all the families are close, and between boys and girls, so. It's one big family, really, that we don't get to spend a whole lot of time because we're always going separate ways. But we look forward to getting down there and supporting the girls Wednesday.
Well, guys, congratulations once again.
Can I ask one more question?
We got to take a break, Burford. You better hurry.
I never get to take a break. You guys were celebrated Friday night at the football game. So how exciting was that to get out there?
Well, Coop got to celebrate twice.
Well, he got
I had a big time Friday. Yes, ma'am.
They had the parade Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a
walking on the field Friday was cool. Like under the lights. I've never done that. So
I think that was the biggest crowd ever too. So
it was neat to have that kind of. I mean, they were loud as can be. I mean, it was awesome for those guys. Yeah.
And I even videotaped you guys out there, so we posted it on Twitter. So lots of celebration.
It's one of the few nights she actually works for us. So you know, I'm glad she's.
Hey, she was out there on the first tee too.
I know she was. Well, I can't get out of bed that early, you know.
Yeah, she was out there.
I was nervous even that morning. I was just trying to stand back. I missed you, Coop, by like 1 minute. I was there with your mom.
I think I saw you out there.
I was there. You were walking off, and I said, "Oh, I just missed him."
You missed one of the good shots.
I like that he can look back at it and laugh though, because he's got some confidence and he's going to rebound this week.
They were all good. They were all good.
Well, guys, congratulations. We got another big golfer coming on. EKU Women's Golf going to join us here when we come back. Looking forward to seeing you guys later on this week, and good luck in the state tournament.
Thank you, guys.
That's Coach Congleton and Cooper and Clay for the Madison Central Region 9 champions, folks. Another commercial break. When we come back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, we'll be joined by EKU Women's Golf and the A-Sun Golfer of the Week here at Campus Wearhouse on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
It is Chevy Truck Month here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We've got this brand new, beautiful black Chevy Silverado. Now, everybody, why would you go and buy instead of buying a beautiful Chevy? I mean, we've got several dealerships down the road here, but why would you go buy or one of those others when you could buy this? We have several new trucks to choose from. I've got this one. I've also got 2 or 3 over here. I mean, we've got plenty to choose from. Nobody else has new trucks right now, so why would you go buy brand new when you could buy this beautiful Chevrolet?
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Support your favorite team with apparel from Campus Wearhouse in Richmond. Whether you're an EKU fan or you're a part of the Big Blue Nation, Campus Wearhouse has something for you. Stop by and see their new line of Old Road t-shirts, because guys, we know Saturdays are for the boys. Plus they have the cutest seasonal tees for the ladies. And Campus Wearhouse now carries the new line of tees for the kiddos as well. Visit campuswarehouserich.com or stop by their location in the Richmond Center next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best margaritas and fajitas in town. Doesn't a huge 32-ounce ice-cold beer sound great? Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, once again at Campus Wearhouse. Folks, you got to get over here quick and get your EKU apparel because they're flying off the shelves here at Campus Wearhouse. Yeah, they said they had a big turnout for the homecoming sale over the weekend. And Samantha, one thing about having all these good golfers on, it just reminds me how bad I am at golf. We had the Region 9 golf champions here with Madison Central Boys. Now we've got Raga from the EKU Women's Golf
You're not
team.
even going to try to pronounce the full name.
But listen, now where you're from again?
Iceland.
Iceland. How did you end up here? And what's the first of all, before we get into the awesome stuff you're doing on the course, what's it like coming from Iceland to Richmond, Kentucky?
Different.
Oh, I bet. Is it colder there? I mean, it's cold here sometimes.
It's definitely colder back home. I mean,
year-round, is it cold there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Average in the summer is about 55.
Okay.
I can handle that, though.
And about 32 in the winters.
Yeah, that's it's worse here sometimes. Yeah. So, well, let's talk about what this young lady did. She broke the program record for a 54-hole total on her way to winning the Johnny Imes Invitational hosted by Missouri last week. Raga chipped in for birdie on the last hole to finish with a 6-under round of 66 and edged Sarah Bell of Oral Roberts by one shot for the individual title.
Clutch. Now your nickname can be Clutch.
Yeah, I mean it's been that way already, I think. And then you earn your second A-Sun Golfer of the Week award in the early part of the season. Coach, I mean, let's talk about this young lady and how impressive she's been already for you all.
Yeah, I mean, I think that final round was one of the best individual performances I've seen as a coach. And I was with her kind of the last 9 holes, and I told her after it was over, I almost didn't realize how good she was playing in the moment because she made it look so easy. So she's just playing some great golf right now, and can't wait to watch her keep going.
Well, that's what you want. I mean, you want them just to keep getting better. Your season, are you halfway through? How many more weeks until we get to the actual tournament?
Well, we're about halfway through our fall season. We've got 3 more events coming up in the fall, and our championship season's not till the spring. So we get going again middle of February. So we stay pretty busy most of the year. But
well, Raga, you know, when you look at when a basketball player's in the zone, when he's shooting a three-pointer, he just wants to get back out there and keep shooting. Is that kind of a similar thing with golf? When you're playing the way you are right now, do you just want to go out there and start swinging the club again?
Pretty much.
Well, what makes you so good right now? Why are you so locked in and playing so well?
I can probably, Coach can vouch for this, but I'm hitting the ball really, really good right now, and hitting a lot of greens, and I mean making putts and making it just look easy. Really, there's no real stress on any part of the game.
Well, when you haven't been to some of these courses before, what are you doing to kind of get yourself ready for that tournament?
You got to make the best use of your practice round. I mean, we got 18 holes the day before, and it's really just going about your plan and figure out the best game plan for each hole.
Coach, you can tell that she's focused. What did you say to her going into the last hole, or do you just leave her be, like you know she's prepared?
Raga does such a good job preparing that there's not a whole lot that I need to say. We talk a little bit about strategy on certain holes, but once the tournament starts, I'm confident in her ability to do what she needs to do, and she'll wave me in if she needs help. But usually I just kind of, when she's doing good, just let her go. She
spend your time with the rest of the team.
Yes.
Well, you said after the round last week that it was her round on that day was one of the best individual performances you've ever witnessed as a coach. When you've got somebody like this out there, does that kind of ease your duties as a coach to go around and focus on some of the other players?
Yeah, I mean, we try to divvy up our time as best we can. You know, it kind of varies on what each player wants. Like, you know, a lot of times if she's in contention, she will like for somebody to walk with her. So, you know, for those last few holes, I was with her just to kind of, you know, get her talking about something else maybe. Sometimes it's just as simple as that, just to kind of get her mind off on what's actually happening and kind of ease the nerves a little bit.
See, Michael would be going, so what do you want for dinner? Like,
that's what I'm asking right now. I'm hungry.
Yeah, like, you know, are we having hamburgers or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, are you superstitious, or do you have a ritual? Do you do anything in particular to?
Not really. The only thing I'm really superstitious about is I can only use white teas. I can't look at anything else but a white tee.
Okay, I like
That's
it.
not. That's like the tee on the. That's not like a T-shirt, right? It's the
No,
white tee on the course. Okay.
Yeah.
So you look at what you've done. You fueled a record-tying final round for the team. Yeah, EKU's 283 tied the program record set earlier this season at the Redbird
I heard.
Invitational. So you're also kind of fueling the team. So whenever you are out there playing so well, does that give your teammates confidence? And what are you talking to them about as you go through the course?
I mean, I'm a fifth-year grad student right now, so I'm trying to like give my ideas and what I think will be the best play. But then again, we're 5 very different individuals.
Yeah.
So we got 5 ways of playing the course. So it's just about what each player and what each individual really needs and how they can shoot their best score.
So you got a little bit of time for your next tournament, Coach. You'll be on in action at the Lady Red Wolves Classic on October the 11th and 12th at the Sage Meadow Golf Club in Arkansas. Now, you all are traveling all over the place, been in Missouri and now Arkansas. Just talk about the traveling with the ASUN Conference, too, and what your expectations are as you all go in later part of the year.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to change up our schedule a little bit to hopefully see some different teams this year. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 tournaments on our schedule for the year that are new. So a lot of it is just trying to prepare for different events, and we're working our entire season to just keep getting better every day so that we're in our prime time ready to go in April. That's kind of our goal. These tournaments mean a lot to us, and they count just as much as the spring, but we're just trying to evaluate and keep getting better so that we're as good as we can be in the spring.
You guys were just here. Well, you were here just a few weeks ago. So remind everybody, I mean, over the holiday season, what do you guys do? How do you stay in shape? How do you get them practice times? Because, it's frozen outside.
Well,
here,
and to that point, too, whenever you got a couple of weeks in between tournaments, how do you all go to Arlington and practice? Or is it just kind of staying loose and hanging out and then getting ready for the next tournament?
Yeah, well, in between, we do a little bit of playing to kind of see. Sometimes we do qualifying to see who will go to the next event if we need to, but a lot of it's we might spend a day or two working on things that we didn't do well at the previous tournament, and then we just shift gears and try to focus on things that we might encounter at the next golf course or the next tournament. And as far as the entire year, they have about a month and a half this winter for Christmas break
between the two seasons.
Yeah, so they're kind of on their own during that time, and a lot of them will keep up with their workouts and stuff and practice as much as they can at home. And then when we get back in January, we take advantage of our nicer days. We have indoor hitting bays that we use when it's nasty out, but we get enough time, I believe, on the course to get ready, and we'll take a practice trip to early spring to kind of get somewhere where we can get some rounds in at least.
So they are going to get to go home over the Thanksgiving and then stay through Christmas, like a regular student. I mean,
how long is a flight back to Iceland?
I need to get from Lex to Chicago and then Chicago home. So it's about 6 hours from Chicago to home.
Okay, it's not too bad then. Okay.
We thought it would be longer.
Yeah,
didn't we?
yeah, for sure. Well, so you guys got the tournament coming up in a couple of weeks. Is there any chance? I know we talked about this before, but there's no tournaments here locally before coming back in the second part of the year, right?
Yeah, right. We have our closest one coming up would be Asheville, North Carolina in November, but then we host our home tournament the first week of April.
Okay.
At Arlington.
Right.
Yeah. That's a long way away. But you guys are going to be playing from then till now, basically, with a little bit of a break in between.
Mm-hmm.
So, Raga, obviously leading the way right now for EKU Women's Golf, I wanted to ask you, as a golfer, have you seen things change with the way the sport is covered over the last few years? I mean, did you ever? And you're a senior now. We've never had you on the sports show before, so we're giving it more exposure, obviously. But I just feel like things are changing with not only women's golf, but golf in general, and getting more exposure, especially here at the local level.
Absolutely. I think it's definitely getting more exposure just in overall media. I mean, you can see both the LPGA and PGA Tour are getting kind of like cool to watch, really. So you can go talk to your normal student and they will know something about golf.
Yeah. That's pretty good then.
So what are your hopes? Yeah. I want to know your dreams, your goals. You got to have future goals.
For me personally?
Yes.
I'm planning on going to Q school next fall for the LPGA.
Okay.
Perfect.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you coming over with us for sure.
2 different ways to do that, right? You got to go just get through the first session and then get through the second session, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah. There's 3 stages now.
3 stages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good luck in that, and we appreciate you coming over. Just keep killing the ball. So just right, it's what you're doing. It's working. So keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you coming over with us, and congratulations on setting another school record and earning the A-Sun Conference Player of the Week once again.
EKU's had a big week, setting all kinds of records and all kinds of
Were you there at
awards.
homecoming? Were you at homecoming over the weekend?
I did not feel very well over the
No.
weekend. So.
Well, listen, it's homecoming. It's what you're supposed to do, right? Well, we appreciate you coming over with us, Raga, and keep up the good work. Congratulations once again, and Coach, good luck to you and the rest of the team as well.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you having us.
Folks, we appreciate you joining us as well. Not on Facebook as of yet. We'll have the sports show up later on Facebook.
Facebook
but
pandemic
for
today.
YouTube, if you've been tuning us in or on the Roku channel, we appreciate you joining us, folks. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you later on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.